Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about she pretended to be my friend just to steal my Robux. Make sure to subscribe and enjoy the video. It was during the Christmas event. As usual, many limited items were available for purchase with Robux. At that time, I was still an innocent child who didn't know much about the dangers of the world. So when someone approached me and said they could get me those limited items, I readily agreed. The girl was in my class. But we weren't really friends because she was friends with all the popular girls and I was on it. Well, now that I think about it, she wasn't really friends with anyone. She was just friends with groups of people, if that makes sense. She would join a group of people just long enough to be included in their group photo for the yearbook, and then she would move on to the next group. I had seen her talking to some seniors one day, and she was just laughing at whatever they were saying. And then the next day I saw her talking to some other seniors, and she was laughing at whatever they were saying. She was always around different groups of people, but never with the same group twice. And so I thought if she became friends with me, I might have a chance of becoming popular too. And I think she thought the same thing. So when she came up to me and asked if I wanted to team up to get all the limited items, I immediately agreed without asking any questions. Her name was Alyssa, and she started coming up to me more often after that. We started hanging out together. And she told me she liked a guy from another class, and I encouraged her to go talk to him. I remember she was wearing this red dress and looked really pretty that day. But when she came back crying, I was really angry. The guy had told her that he only saw her as a friend. I told her not to worry and that I would help her find another guy. But she told me no and that she would rather just forget about boys. So I stopped bringing up the subject. A few days later, she started acting really weird. She wouldn't meet my eyes when we talked, and she seemed very nervous around me. She also stopped inviting me to hang out with her, and instead invited me to hang out with her and a bunch of other girls. They were all the popular girls in school. And I was very uncomfortable, because I didn't know any of them. But Alyssa just introduced me as her friend, and made me sit between her and another girl named Julia. Julia was staring at me awkwardly. And then she turned to Alyssa and whispered something in her ear. Alyssa's face immediately turned cold and she started whispering back. They both turned away and started giggling, and I could hear them say my name in a mocking tone. It sounded like Alyssa was agreeing with whatever Julia was saying. Julia turned back to me and gave me a wicked smile. She then stood up and said she needed to use the bathroom and left. When she came back, she sat down and took a sip of her soda. Then she turned to me and said, "You're quite different from Alyssa. She usually brings her loser friends to hang out with us, but we don't mind because they don't talk much." I didn't know what to say and just stared back at her awkwardly. It was then that I realized Alyssa had been using me just to be able to hang out with these popular girls. When I got home, I confronted Alyssa about what Julia had said. She tried to defend herself by saying Julia was just trying to make me feel bad because she was jealous of our friendship. But I knew she was lying because I could see the smug look on her face. She was clearly enjoying watching me suffer. I got really angry and told her she deserved everything she got. And then I blocked her on Roblox. But even though I had blocked her, I still saw her everywhere. I couldn't do anything in Roblox Studio without bumping into her. And I even saw her waiting for me outside. Adopt Me. I had gotten so scared at this point that I stopped playing Roblox altogether. My parents noticed that I hadn't been playing Roblox for weeks and asked me what had happened. I told them about what Alyssa had done, and they said I should just block her on the game. But I told them it wouldn't work because she was stalking me. My mom then suggested that I change my username and that would solve all my problems. So I changed my username to 7,894,561,290. However, the next day I went onto Roblox and saw that Alyssa had changed her username to 7,894,561,300. She had added 1 to my username. I was shocked! How did she know I had changed my username? Had she been following me all along? Was she planning this the whole time? I decided to change my username again, and this time I added random letters to it. But the next day I went onto Roblox and saw that Alyssa had changed her username to the new one. Once again, she had added 2 numbers to the end of it. How was she doing this? This is where things started getting really creepy. I could feel Alyssa's presence everywhere I went. She would change her username right after I did, and it felt like she was mocking me. I told my mom what had happened, and she said maybe I should just stop playing Roblox for a while. But I was addicted to Roblox at this point and couldn't imagine my life without it. So I decided to fight back. I made a secret alt account and started following Alyssa on it. I wanted to see what she was up to, and if she was stalking me, then she would follow me back. As you can probably guess, she did follow me. Her username was now12345678990, and she had added 9 numbers to her previous username. I knew this was my chance to get back at her. So I messaged her and said, "Hi, I'm your new friend." I hoped she wouldn't suspect anything, because I had used a new IP address and made sure to hide my identity. She replied with a message that said, "Hi," and then I started sending her links to videos about how to hack into people's accounts. She actually clicked on some of them and started telling me that she wanted to hack into some of the high-ups at I pretended to support her and even gave her ideas on who she could hack into first. In reality, I was laughing my head off because she had fallen for my trap. I sent her a link to a fake Roblox login page and told her to try logging into her account from there. When she did, I immediately blocked her on my secret account. But that wasn't enough. I wanted to make sure she couldn't contact me anymore. So I reported her and even told Roblox about her hacking attempts. Roblox banned her account and she hasn't been heard from since. I never went back to Roblox myself, and now I'm making videos instead. Thank you for listening to my story, and please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Bye! That's why I love making these videos for you guys. I get to learn so much about human behavior. And it is really interesting to see how people react to certain situations. If you're like me and love learning about psychology, then you will absolutely love this course. You don't need a fancy degree or years of experience to understand the complexities of the human mind. All you need is a love of learning and a willingness to explore the unknown. If you want to learn more about psychology, then click the link in the description below. This platform makes it possible for anyone with an internet connection to access high-quality education. Their courses are fun, engaging, and easy to follow, so you won't need to spend hours studying to get a good grade. With this platform, you can learn at your own pace and on your own schedule. So whether you're a busy student or professional, you can still make time for learning. Plus, it's affordable. If you're not sure where to start, don't worry. This platform has a wide range of beginner-friendly courses that can introduce you to the basics of psychology. So, what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below and start exploring the world of psychology today.